Greetings, judge friends. This is Mike Anderson, a level 1 from Florence, Kentucky. And this is my tournament report from the Star City Games Invitational and Open in Columbus at Origins. I am driving on my way, doing something a little bit different for this tournament report, making it the shortest by character length tournament report ever, but that's because it's just going to be a link on the forums to this video. Driving along I-71 on my way to the tournament now. I decided I was going to do my tournament report as a video blog to kind of give people the sights and sounds, give me a chance during my breaks and my off times and periods and such to really give folks the flavor of what's going on and perhaps serve as a motivation for those L1s who maybe have second thoughts of applying for some of these larger events, to go ahead and take that jump. This will be my first ever large event. I applied, I got accepted, I'm super excited, and I have a few goals that I have kind of set out for myself as I enter this tournament. The first thing I did, and I mentioned this in my application for the tournament, I want to get kind of a very broad spectrum of experience as I get into this tournament. So I'm actually working some very different things. It's Thursday right now. It is about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I am heading to Columbus now. I have a 3 o'clock call time, and I'll be working side events and last chance IQs, I assume. When I get there for my 3 o'clock shift, that'll run through the evening, and then on Friday I'm working with Ricky Hayashi as the head judge and working on the end of round and pairings team for the Invitational, day 1 of the Invitational, which will be standard and legacy. So I'll get some broad-based experience there in a couple of different formats, and then on Saturday my event will take me to the Modern Open, where I'll be on the deck checks team with Minvu, who is the local L2 in my area. He'll be team leading me there, and Frederico Donner, the head judge of the Modern Open. So I'm very excited to work with them as well. Done a few deck checks, the PPTQ style. Worked on a couple of limited events. This will be my first time judging constructed format. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. Especially on the deck check side. It's a part of deck checks I haven't experienced yet, so I'm excited to learn from some folks that haven't have a little bit more experience with that. So with that, the next time you'll see me will be at the Greater Columbus Convention Center at Origins. We'll see you there. All right, so here at Origins, this is crazy. I have no idea what's going on. Start wandering around and try and find my spot. Here we go. Magic Hall E. It's got to be where I'm going. On break after head judging the Modern Challenge, which was a lot of fun actually. It was a regular REL event. It went 4 rounds and went pretty much without incident. I mean, we had a few calls. A couple of interesting things happened. A player. One call in particular, I think it happened in round 2. A player mulligan drew up to 7, and I missed the fix. I had him. We did replace put a card randomly back on his deck, but I did not have him shuffle. Luckily, he had not seen the card because he had only looked at a few cards in his hand. But still, I should have had the player shuffle. And Chris, whose last name eludes me right now, and I have it written down in my notebook, but I haven't looked at it yet, was quick to note me that and pointed me to the spot in the jar where that existed. So I made sure to make a note of that for next time. Everything else went pretty well without incident. Had another situation where a player in the final round was shuffling his opponent's deck, and a lightning bolt popped out in front of everyone for all to see, and so he had some feel bads for that, and actually I believe after the event was done ended up gifting one of his prize packs to that player just out of a fit of guilt or what have you
from that situation. So, but other than that, I think the event went really well. I was able to give some helpful calls on some other events during the time as well. I gave my first warning of the event, rushing over to judge or to take a call on a standard last chance qualifier, and I had a player scry off a Temple of Deceit with Blood Moon in play, and well, since Blood Moon turned his temple into a mountain, he should not have scryed there, and so we gave him a warning for looking at extra cards. Had him shuffle his library, and that was that. Gave the warning, and all went well from there. Ran into some folks that I've seen back at the Louisville Judge Conference. Jared Williams stopped by and said hi, so that was pretty neat. So that's that so far. So I'm going to eat a tasty Subway sub, and they did not pay me to say that. And then I'll be back and give a report of my post-break events here at the SCG Invitational.
All right, up for day 2. I know you can barely see me. Thanks, son. In the line at McDonald's. It's coming up on 9 o'clock. I've got a 10 o'clock call time, so I am leaving from the hotel, and I'm about to order me some McDonald's and wharf it down as I get there, and then go and have a fun day on day 1 of the Invitational. After my break, not much interesting. I mean, we took a couple of calls on the standard challenge, closed out of 2 at a giant event that had 1 match going, and then just picked up table numbers, cleaned up, and got us out of the day. Had a nice walk back. I'm going to try and get some more of the ancillary stuff today, so we'll see how that goes. But so far so good. I'm on the Invitational today. I'm on the pairings and end of round team, so we'll see how that goes with our head judge Ricky Hayashi, and I'm looking for a good time. And I'll get out of this ratty t-shirt and into a Star City Game shirt here soon enough. Gonna order some food now. McDonald's coffee in hand, we walk into the convention center. Oh, thank you. Things are hopping. Coffee shop's pretty full. Giant Catan logos for Mayfair Games. There's Settlers of Catan. This thing looks cool. Do a little mech mooring. Play Giant Catan over here. Mayfair Games booth. They've got giant versions of their games, which is pretty awesome. All right, all the way down on the other end of this hallway is the Star City. Inside a very empty and very large hall.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm excellent. What you watching?
You mean I'm not watching? I'm filming.
Ah, okay.
See, I'm doing a tournament report for this
Okay.
whole event, and I decided, it'd be boring to just do it with typing it out forever. So, I'm doing a video version.
I took a bunch of notes in my last tournament report. Well, I took notes for my last term report, and then left them in my pants when I did laundry.
Yeah.
So there's the downside to writing them.
At least
Just saying.
your deck box where you did laundry.
You did deck box in your laundry?
It's a bad day.
It must have been.
So
I've never left a deck box in my pocket.
That had to be a pretty big pocket.
But maybe
They were
I was
cargo
just happy to
pants.
see me.
Oh, well, okay, all right. So, yes, so very high. So there you go. First tip, don't wash your notes when you get back from a tournament.
Don't leave
There you
deck
go.
boxes in
Also,
your
don't
pocket.
watch your deck.
And don't wash your deck either. That's really bad.
Oh, if you wash your deck, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
Maybe.
Players
The
will have
schedule.
Players.
What we're doing for
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
trouble.
Trouble's on the way.
Who's trouble?
Yep.
Who's trouble?
Good morning.
Who's trouble?
Him?
The guy with the
Him?
camera.
The guy with the camera. Yeah, I've told other people, but I'm doing a video tournament report for this weekend. I figure I'll have the shortest by character number tournament report in the world because it's just going to be a link to the YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Nice. Nice.
So just trying to capture some of the random stuff as I guess more judges flow in, or have we opened the gates?
Yeah, I think the floodgates are.
The floodgates have opened. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
As you can't see it over there, but that says 9:57 and 44 seconds. So call time's at 10. We'll get it going. All right, so we just got done with our team lead meetings and our team meetings and all that good stuff. I am on the turnover team. We have just gotten done setting up the pairings boards. We'll be in charge of getting out those pairings, helping out with slips. We are going to also handle end of round, so we'll be making sure that these rounds turn over pretty quickly for the invitational. So that's it. I've got a good team with me. They're all willing to work with me. They're going to help me out as I make the move to L2, hopefully. So we're having a good time so far, and we'll see how round 2 goes, or round 1 goes, as day 2 is about to get started. Okay, wrapping up round 2. It's been pretty eventful. Had quite a few calls in round 2. Had one question about modular, which does torpor order in modular, which was an interesting call for me. 2 cards I hadn't really experienced yet. I've run into 2 instances now of players thinking a land was played and it was not, and looking for warnings for their opponent for playing an extra land for game rule violations. Ended up in both situations, we ended up giving no penalty, just saying that the player revealed hidden information from their hand and just had them put the card back in their hand. So that was a couple of pretty interesting calls. Since then, it's just been running around, been making sure we get the calls right. A lot of rulings questions, and just getting these rounds turned around pretty quick. It's the end of round 2. It is at some point in the afternoon. I'm going to say about 2:45. We started a little bit late. Several people were not on the seat all players. We had a long line for that situation, so that was probably not the best, but. It's all right. We got it sorted out. We got everybody seated, and we got the tournament underway as quickly as we possibly could. So we're rolling right along right now, getting ready for round number 3, which will get started here hopefully very shortly. We're 7 minutes into the end of round, and I have been told to take a seat. So we'll get going to round 3 here shortly, cutting some slips and putting up some pairings. Lunchtime. Hey everybody, it's lunchtime.
Was it a video?
Yeah. This is my tournament report. You laugh, but I'm not kidding. So what have we got for tournament? What have we got for lunch today? We got some Indian. That's Jonathan's fault. I went for the Indian. This is North Market, by the way, for those of you who have not worked in Columbus. There's
round 3 coming up again.
just
that last round turnover was going to be good.
a million things to eat down there, so go eat. Get some food. There's some nice tables up here. It gets to be a madhouse, but we're going to dig into some food.
Because we had all the
Ice cream stop. What'd you get, Patrick?
Lavender raspberry, I believe, and pistachio honey.
How is it?
Extraordinary.
Outstanding.
Great day.
What do we have here?
Espresso and dark chocolate.
Espresso and dark chocolate. So is that to counteract
Essentially becomes mocha ice cream, yeah.
the espresso to counteract the the afternoon snoozes from eating such a decadent dessert?
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right.
Did we lose all of the rest of our team?
I don't know. They're back there somewhere.
Okay, there they are. All right,
There's Ben and Federico.
I'm so happy right now.
You're so happy. Look at this. This is the Sunday.
You got a fortune cookie.
What in the world? It's got like a ribbon in it or something.
Yeah, it's a fortune cookie.
Oh goodness. What's your fortune? We got to find out your fortune.
Wait. I'm gonna. Yeah. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. It's a question. How can this be a fortune?
I don't know.
I mean,
Well, pick one.
Are you a winter, spring, summer?
do I pick?
Sure.
Winter.
Winter.
Waterbending it is.
Well, they say winter is coming, so maybe that
Yes.
had to get the Game of Thrones reference in before we cut it out.
That's just why I just said waterbending it is. There you go. You're from Argentina, correct?
Uruguay.
Uruguay, excuse me.
Almost.
I was like,
fine.
ooh, I was like, ow, come on.
I don't care.
Come on, you know, I guess you have to get used to it. Americans aren't very good at geography.
I wouldn't know where my house is.
Can you point to your house on a map? That's the question.
House? Look, in our IDs, there's a picture of the continent, and Uruguay marked, and it's marked wrong, in the wrong place. In our official IDs, so yeah.
Wow.
You have to show me that later.
I have it right here.
I know. But, you're gonna have ice cream in your hand.
Yeah.
Not right now. And we want to get
No, don't mess with the ice cream. Don't mess with the ice cream.
This is my priority right now.
All right, yeah, the clouds are starting to gather, so might want to put the phone away. We're selfieing each other's selfies
While you're selfieing and
on break while I'm videoing the selfie. Liz, you're so crazy.
Me?
Yes,
I'm
and James,
fantastic.
you're also crazy. Crazy people.
He's videotaping it.
Yes. I tell this to everybody, but this is my tournament report.
You look like you're smelling my hair in that photo. We're documenting our tournaments for posterity and happiness.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
We're documenting our personal experiences at the tournament.
I like to do a selfie. We'll do this. We're running back to
Love it. It's all about documentation. Alrighty, we are pulling out of the hotel for day number 3, my final day of actual judging this weekend. After my break, after we had lunch, it was pretty mundane. We had standard in the open, and or in the invitational, I should say, and it went pretty simply. I mean, players knew their cards, so there were very few rulings. I didn't run into too much policy. I did run into one interesting situation where I thought I probably should have stepped in to correct a player. We had a Lagana Band Trailblazer and a Seeker of the Way on the battlefield up against a Whisperwood Elemental. They were in combat. The Whisperwood Elemental was assigned by the opponent to block the Trailblazer. The Seeker was at 4/4 because of previous prowess triggers. And Dramoka's command was cast to get that Seeker up to 5/5 and fight off the Whisperwood Elemental to save both creatures, which is fine. It's a strong play. However, the player in question, the attacking player, did not mark lifelink for the fight, and then went ahead and marked it for the combat damage. So it became a situation where, do I step in? Do I need to say something to the players, ask him why he missed it? And in discussion with other judges, I learned that I probably should have stepped in, but I chose not to. More out of, I think, nerves of wanting to benefit one player over the other. But it's I've got to remember that it's a matter of applying the rules correctly, not a matter of coming in to save a player who might have made a play to his detriment. This was not a missed trigger. He remembered his trigger because he wrote down the lifelink increase for one of the instances of damage, but did not for the other. So just something I need to keep in mind and be willing to step in and inform myself and inform the players and provide the appropriate penalty. It would have been a game rules violation. I would have At that point, asked some questions of the opponent, tried to find out, did they know they were supposed to get the life gain from that situation. An opportunity lost, and something I'm definitely going to learn from for the future. Heading down for the Modern Open, Federico Donner is going to be our head judge. I'm on the Deck Checks team today with Minvu, who's my local L2. And I just missed United Dairy Farmers, which I need to stop at, but we got a shell right here. And I'm going to stop in. I'm going to get myself some Excedrin because it's my third day in a row of judging for a long day, and the headache is starting to wear. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to head to the hall. So we'll see you there. Breakfast. We have the best team lead in the world. What's in the? I don't even know what's in the bags. Nothing. But we got like waffles, bacon. There's some biscuits in there and some fruit, some scrambled eggs, and it's all thanks to this guy right here.
No doubt. I know that.
Man, you're the best team lead in the world. Because you gave us biscuits. Or gave us breakfast. And there's Federico. Hi, Federico.
Go ahead, Judge.
Our head judge, who's going to join us for breakfast.
I told you.
All right. Here's my deck check buddy, Frank. Hey, Frank, how's it going? So what just happened?
Unfortunately, are you taking? Wait, is this video?
Yes.
Okay. It made me kind of stop and think, like, hey, I'm taking pictures. I'm getting it's a video.
No, this is my tournament report.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Make sure you write upgrade by head judge.
Yes. Unfortunately, a player had some really, really nice Snapcaster mages. They were really adorable. Problem is, they were shaped kind of like this.
Maybe not that bad.
Okay.
Okay, that's a little more fair.
Unfortunately, it was all of his Snapcasters and all of his cryptic commands, all of which were in his main deck. Very strong potential for abuse for anyone who has a mind to do such a thing.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we had to upgrade that at with the approval of the head judge and the team lead.
Yeah, and another L3. Even we got
the whole group
lot
in.
of folks involved in that.
It's bad. So unfortunately, he certainly got a game loss for that. It was bad times.
Yeah, don't do that.
Good luck, have fun, don't die. Except that
Yeah.
it didn't work out too well for him.
And don't warp the foils of all the win conditions in your deck.
Warping foils, warp formats.
Yeah, don't do it.
We have the best deck. Well, it's okay to have warp foils as long as your whole deck is like.
Just warp the whole thing, right? Or don't. Don't do that either.
Or just don't.
Yeah, just don't. All right.
Ew.
All right. 2 more rounds to go, right? Are we
Two
gonna
more.
break?
I think you do. You said you do.
I think we both get a break.
I don't know about both. We can pray. You just gotta believe.
Yeah. Let's take a break. Take a break anyway. No, don't do that. Seriously. Don't take a break unless your team lead says so.
Just leave.
All right. All right. Last day of the SCG Open and Invitational, and I am not on staff. I have had a great weekend. I've met a lot of great judges. I've had a good time. Right now, I am stuck in traffic downtown because there is a race of some sort, the foot race that I am waiting on the runners to go past, so that maybe I can get across the street here and get to the convention center, or at least to the parking garage. Either way, I had a great time. Had a chance to sit down with a couple of judges and talk about reviews. Looking to talk with one more today and get those written over the course of this coming week, which will be great. The tournament went very well. I mean, we were on deck checks. Deck checks went well. We had some interesting calls. You heard about the one with Frank on the warped cards. We had some other basic stuff. A player registered 8 Elvish Mystics instead of 4 Elvish Mystics and 4 Elvish Visionaries. So that was a tough game loss. And on top of that, the player had failed to sideboard card. So that was kind of a hard luck loss to give there. Ran into another interesting ruling where a player argued that essentially there was no such thing as the beginning of combat step. That he had declared attackers, and that his opponent did not have time in between the end of the main phase and declaring attackers to do anything. So here we go. Moving. Go. Get across. Okay. All right, we made it. We got across the street. So yeah, I'll pick this up here in a minute, just so I don't get run over by my stuff. All right, so I think navigation's going to be quiet while I'm doing this. That's good. But we ran into that tough game loss, and other than that, there wasn't much. And the beginning of combat step argument. So we got to educate a player on that, and he was a little bit sad about his education.
You are on the best route. You should reach your destination by 8:48 a.m.
All right, so magically, somehow, we got ourselves into the parking garage, and we are now getting ready to go. That was a little tough because the entrance to this this garage, I have to get to Front Street, and there's 5,000 people running up and down Front Street, so made it a little more difficult than would have been preferred. But you know what? We did it. We got here. And now we're ready to get in. So this is my last day. Like I say, I had a blast judging. Today is going to be check out Origins and check out all the other stuff going on. Maybe get a draft in or something, because I'm a draft junkie. But a couple of things I took away from this weekend: just be confident when giving a ruling. There's nothing that's going to instill more confidence in players than having confidence in yourself. That's something I have struggled with simply because I don't know that my rules education is quite where it needs to be. I think I'm getting close, but just having that recall off the top of my head is something I'm going to struggle with for a while. But don't be afraid to, on that note, don't be afraid to call over a fellow judge or ask the players to wait, and give them an opportunity to give your colleagues an opportunity to help you out. We're all in this together. The end goal is to provide a great event for the players. So use your resources. Make sure you're doing that. Stay off your feet as much as you can. I'm not the most svelte of guys, but I can tell you. So I can tell you, like after yesterday, my dogs were barking. My feet were very, very tired. My legs were tired. Make sure you're taking care of yourself in that end. It's a long weekend when you've got one of these three, and in this case, a 4-day event. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're drinking water. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself with the bathroom, remembering your medications if you take anything like that. Make sure you're doing those things. It's easy to go 90-0 in a tournament and get wrapped up in your duties, but if you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to find yourself not doing much judging because you're going to be out on your feet. And have fun. Just talk with your fellow judges, learn from them, and just have a good time, because in the end, we're working, but Magic is fun, so make sure you're making it fun. All right, I am out of here, guys. Thanks for watching the tournament report, and if you liked it, shoot me a comment, an email, anything. You can get me through Judge Center, or just hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Mike Anderson SID, or you can hit me at Commie Puddin', which I may have to write down somewhere. But the first one's probably best if you're trying to find me on Twitter. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your feedback.